Hello and welcome everyone, my name's Nostalgic and welcome to another episode of Kooky Questions, the show where we ask the internet the most pressing questions in gaming and we feature your answers right here. With us today is of course the co-founder of Kooky Questions, RareWarington. How are you doing there today, Sam?
Doing great, Drew. Glad to have this episode back in the pipeline and glad to have our new guests finally come on board. It should be fun today.
It really should. And of course, speaking of our new guests, first we do have a Jay Waldemams III. How are you doing there today?
Pretty good. Thanks for having me on.
Awesome. Of course, Jay Waldemans, of course, is a great content creator. He's created some stuff on YouTube, but especially on his Instagram account. We recommend you follow him here. His link tree is in the description. And last of all, we do have Chris Bottger. How are you doing there?
Hey, I'm good.
Good. And we did want to mention at the beginning of the stream, we did, of course, want to get all of us in this arena, but Chris is currently having just some technical issues with connecting. He'll be working on those as we do the stream, but he'll be a part of the conversation as we discuss all of these responses. We have over 60, so we're going to have a lot to talk about here today. And so let's...
Oh yeah, and thank you guys so much for keeping these answers coming along. Sorry about that, Drew. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was I guess I was just waiting for another the next part there. But anyways, yeah, we're going to go ahead and start with the next match and the first Smash fight. Of course, we do have the arena ID up. I have it up in the stream window. I'm going to go ahead and pin it to the chat as well. Let me go ahead and do that really quick here. But Sam and JW are just going to start with the first match here.
Oh no, a me gunner.
Yep. To be exact, IU, the gunner.
There's like 5 characters I'm not so knowledgeable in, and this is one of them. So this will be interesting. Oh my gosh.
What is that supposed to be exactly? Is that, I'm trying to know. What's
Caillou.
What?
Caillou.
Caillou. Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Yes. Oh,
The face you'd love
me.
the face you'd love to beat up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was like, you should have told me who it was.
don't worry, you're still gonna win anyways because I suck at this game.
All right, so the first question that we did post over on Twitter there was the Super Smash Bros. Series has tons of great representation for various franchises. For this next batch, we want to know what characters were your favorite inclusions and what ones do you main. Can also mention favorite songs, remixes, and or stages. So first up, we do have this answer from a Chris Bottger, just I main Toon Link with a secondary K rule. I think you can guess my favorite Ultimate Newcomer from that, LOL. Chris, did you want to expound on that a little bit?
Yeah, I just now realized that it mentioned remixes and stages. I guess when I answered this, I thought it was only characters. I liked a lot of the characters. I liked K-Rool, though, I think the best. But I also did like Banjo, obviously, although I don't main him. And I also did really like Ridley back when he was a Fang. He got obviously forced announced a little bit before K-Rool, but they came out with the game together. But I really did enjoy most of the like DLC stages. Minecraft one in particular was pretty cool. As for songs, since I kind of had a blind spot here, I will say the Smash version of Gameplay Galleon. I think that was from Ultimate, although it's been a hot sec since I really thought about it, but that's a top tier track.
Oh yeah, definitely. Lots of like top 2 tracks are from that game there. So Jay Waldemans III, we have your answer up here next. Just as you shouldn't have asked anything Smash related with as you have a list of like things such as WarioWare Inc., Flat Zone 2, Gar Plane, Sonic Heroes, Live and Learn, Escape from the City, Super Sonic Racing, 8 Planet, New Donk City. There's just a lot of good tracks you put up here.
Thank you. Definitely a big Sonic guy, if you cannot tell, when it comes to music. Because I am of the belief, no matter how bad the Sonic game is, there's always at least one banger in there.
Yes, there's always at least good music, and that's always a great thing. Now I think we do have a window with like your answers, but I think that we have there was like a PNG within the response, but I don't think we can quite. Okay, here we go. You did mention some things like Banjo-Kazooie and Ridley for newcomers, but yeah, I think we have the PNG of your original response, but it looks like that is no longer quite there. Did maybe want to expand in, fill in some of those gaps there?
Basically to fill in, it was. If I'm not mistaken, I didn't say within the initial tweet, I didn't say anything about the Brawl Final Destination theme. That's a banger. I really love the Melee opening. That's just iconic. And then, oh boy, there's that one rock one. I'm brain trying to name. It's Metroid. Funny enough, which I just got my butt kicked from Samus. So very fitting I put that up too. So. Yeah, it's that rock one. Sam, I know you know it. The rock one.
The Metroid
the one from Brawl. Oh yeah.
The Space Pirate theme?
Yes,
Yeah.
I love that one. That one I can listen to on loop. Also, Lost Painting, the Castlevania theme. That's another little rock one.
Oh yeah, and I see
the
him.
Castlevania theme. The Castlevania theme beat hard.
Dude, Banjo-Kazooie. Grant really did cook with the remixes, and I'm happy about that because I wanted them in for such a long time. So much so that there was like a Google survey I had to do at my school for something way back then, and what I said at the end of it is, hey, for the Smash ballot, don't forget to vote Banjo-Kazooie in it.
Yeah, seriously. I mean, like,
So-
and that was like great. That was really like a good effect of that because I think according to Sakurai, there really was just like I think it depends on how you interpret his remarks, but it seemed that Banjo-Kazooie might have gotten the second most votes in the Smash ballot, which is big. That's great.
And I'm sure that doesn't even factor into like how many people want him back then for Melee because they're trying to get him for Melee, but then legal stuff.
Yeah, and like stuff was like happening with Rare and Microsoft even probably at that very time, so like it just sadly was not possible.
Yeah. And another thing I really like too is how it kind of gives these underrepresented series a platform. Like even outside of Banjo-Kazooie, I feel like Fire Emblem would have not been as big as it was if it wasn't for the Smash representation. I mean, Roy even, he debuted on Smash for Western systems, I believe, before his game came out to the West. So
oh yeah, like
cool.
it pretty much helped bring Fire Emblem to the West there, which is kind of a cool thing about Smash Brothers there for sure. Oh, there's Grunty. I love how the way that Grunty's animated in the background there.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to go ahead and we're going to mention let's see. We're going to go on to Aiden's answer in just a moment here, but he did mention the favorite character inclusion is Banjo-Kazooie, favorite newcomer, almost passed out during the reveal trailer. I mean, I think a lot of it was like really high emotions during that time for sure.
I remember I played Smash the stage with him the day Banjo came out. That's always one of my main memories of this game, and Banjo's inclusion was me and Aiden Hill. We played together that day, and he was just going nuts the entire time.
It was funny too because I talked to because how Aiden found me back then on Twitter when I was a Twitter user. He found me when I was essentially a Banjo for Smash Bros account, but then slowly became something like a bargain bin where everything was all over the place. But anyways, he told me he was actually not able to tape, and he was like at like some resort when it happened. So like here he is trying not to freak out too much, not get weird stares. Based on what Aiden told me. I don't know if I'm butchering the story, Aiden, so my apologies if I am. But yeah, that's what he told me. It was kind of funny.
That's awesome.
Yeah, from what? Yeah, he wasn't able to record, but I remember hearing from him just shortly afterwards. He was losing it.
Yeah, like I could only imagine just trying to hold in your sand. I know with me, I had like family over during my reaction, and they thought I was like getting in a fight with someone. I'm like, nah, I was just super happy. I was like, finally.
It was something. It really felt like it felt like, at least for that time, it felt like they were back, like really truly back, and that was magical. Aiden also mentions K. Rool and Redley were the two other most wanted newcomers. Yeah. Mains, Banjo, Samus, and Pac-Man, and Spiral Mountain and Gameplay Galleon. All great picks for all music newcomers. I definitely agree with a lot of those. Gangplank Gallon, I think, is my personal favorite track in all of Smash Ultimate. It's such a good remix.
I would totally agree, dude. And like, I think we can all agree here. And I also want to say really quick, good game, Drew. I'd love to see representation of Banjo-Kazooie doing well. That combo you kept getting me with the grenade egg to regular egg, that kills, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I've been loyal to Samus since 64, so to see Banjo like wreck me is fantastic. That was good, man.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I do like Banjo's moveset quite a lot, and it's really the only one in Ultimate that's like I've really been able to connect with. I don't know if it's because I love the characters or what it is. It clicks with me, so I like it a lot.
And yeah, I was gonna say I totally agree with you guys. Like, I think we can all agree here in this group of friends that we have on today. We all love just to see that Grant got the opportunity to even write a song for like the beloved franchise. It's so cool, man, and I'm so happy for the guy.
And yeah, just that video he did is iconic, where like it did the Star Wars reference and it's like Banjo-Kazooie, we're home. That was so good.
We're home. Yeah, I love that, man. So I guess since you guys are fighting, just to touch upon my answer, because I didn't really answer for these. I don't think me and Drew.
Yeah, we didn't.
Been so many months. Yeah, we didn't have a reference for ourselves. But for the first question for me, obviously, as far as characters that were my favorite inclusions, as we've just discussed in length, and probably will continue to do so, Banjo-Kazooie was for me, I think, one of those like pipe dream character inclusions where like. Of course, I always wanted it. I even voted for it. I think it was the first thing I voted for. But I didn't expect it, nor did I think it was really going to happen. So to see that is just one of those dream come true scenarios. But I do want to mention my first big hype moment for Ultimate, King K. Rool. To see King K. Rool come back, like I cried. Like I don't recall like crying for a Smash reveal in my lifetime. And then K. Rool comes along and like it took me by surprise. Now I've cried twice, thanks to Banjo-Kazooie as well. But yeah, man, just to see those characters, those long lost, like used to be Nintendo powerhouse characters, both
really
by Rare.
I know, it's like
to see them come back. It's
that's the just thing. These were Nintendo characters. I mean, they're created by Rare, but they were like established Nintendo characters, and then like they went away, which is just sad. But it was nice. It was nice to see that Rare reunion of sorts in this game.
Oh, absolutely.
All the crazier for me is too, like we even got Steve. That just gave me goosebumps. Like I'm not even a huge Minecraft guy, but like knowing some decent Minecraft Steve for Smash people, because there were some talks at once, even in the Banjo fandom. Like we know of that whole war back then, but the thing. So it was nice actually seeing that both got in, and that gave me goosebumps. Even the remix for that was used was whoa.
See, I'm gonna go. I think I want to bow out of this one if that's okay. Jay, if
sounds
you
good.
Want
in fact, I'll change characters too real quick.
Yeah.
But just to finish my answer before we start another one. So and yeah, I honestly, Jay, like I think. Just a side note, like I think I met Jay and Chris. I don't know if it was specifically purely through Smash Bros. Speculation, but it was during that time in that sort of Smash Bros. Character speculation. Like it was a good hype time, man.
It really was, and like seeing both Steve and Banjo, they're like that. Really, like the weirdest thing is Banjo. Yes, I freaked out about, but low key in my head, I'm like, okay, Banjo. I have an inkling it's gonna happen, but with Steve, I was like, "What? Like this is crazy! Like this is actually awesome."
See, I actually felt the opposite sentiment. Like I just thought with the modern market that Steve had a slightly more likelihood to join, but I was stoked to see both of them. Like you said, man, I totally agree. To see that sort of peace flag like put up by Nintendo in a so to speak was nice for sure.
Also. I don't know if this is a hot take question mark, but I kind of like how Sora kind of balanced the anime swordsman and a scribbly bimbo. like both of those fandoms something, because he's essentially both a scribbly bimbo and a anime swordsman, you know?
Yeah, I guess that's fair. In fact, To talk about favorite inclusions really quick, because I only have like the top 3 for me for this game. I have a ton I could go on about, but Sora is actually my third. To continue what I was saying, like Sora, I was just glad to see him, man. And like I haven't played all of Kingdom Hearts 3. I need to get back to that. But Kingdom Hearts 1 and especially Kingdom Hearts 2 are like, it's like Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of my favorite games of all time.
I never knew that. What?
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts 2 is one of my all-time favorite games. And to see him represented and to hear how well he did in the ballot results is really cool. I did not expect that to be the actual... I think it was claimed the #1 result, was it not?
Oh yeah, it was. But you want to know the coolest part about this? Disney actually allowed it.
Yes. Gosh, that was a surprise that it actually did happen. And I think you were mentioning before, is it like Sora? There's like a combination of an anime swords fighter and Scrimbo Bimbo all at once. That's kind of awesome.
Yeah. which really fits as the ending, because like, I know some people are saying, oh man, I really hope Crash, but I gotta be real, Sora just made more sense to me, in my opinion. Not to say I don't want Crash though, but Sora just made more sense.
Yes, it was a great finale character. I did want to go on ahead to go over some of these other answers. We got to kind of catch up a little bit here. Wario Bros did mention that Wario is my main, and inclusions I really like were Banjo-Kazooie and Min Min. Min Min, not a lot of people talk about, and I honestly haven't played a lot of ARMS, but yeah, Min Min was an interesting inclusion there.
Definitely.
And Sebi also mentions Banjo-Kazooie, common answer, followed by King K. Rool. We have a lot of those fans in our community there. Absolute favorite inclusions, both character and gameplay wise. I love everything about them. And yeah, I mean, like, talking more about, K. Rool, I think they did K. Rool, but pretty much perfectly as you could as a character. Just including references from all the different games, all the different appearances he's had. It's really a really I don't know, just they did everything they should with the character, I think.
Also, going a little off topic, add them to the park cowards. That's
seriously. Yes, I think we can all heartily agree with that. I realized I didn't really divulge too much in my own answers there, but yes, easily, of course, like Banjo-Kazooie being added to Smash was probably my favorite video game announcement anything ever. I watched that trailer probably literally dozens of times when it was released, and I was just like, it made me so dang happy. I love seeing them included. It was good seeing that, really, that, like I said, that true feeling of comeback. King K. Rool coming back was of course amazing as well. And this was just a great Smash. And of course I main as Banjo, and they're really the only characters I've gotten decent with. Wanted to go ahead and also go on to Rare Fox Zane. Great content creator. I definitely follow her content there. She's working on some cool stuff right now. Mentions that character favorite edition is Banjo-Kazooie, mains Banjo-Kazooie, favorite song Banjo-Kazooie, the main theme I assume, and favorite stage Minecraft. No, I'm joking, it's Banjo-Kazooie.
Jeez.
Wow, that was a consistent answer, Foxane.
Very, very consistent answer. But I can't argue with it either.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I gotta say, like, really quickly, because we keep getting distracted as I'm trying to play too. Drew, I think I'll bow out for you here.
Okay.
So I can finish, and I'll read the next question here too, and I have a moment here. But yeah, guys, if you are watching, definitely feel free to join. Hopefully, Chris can get in here in any moment now, but fine if not. And Chris, we're gonna have you probably, if you'd like, read some answers here going forward too. But just really quickly, do want to say that, like, since we touched so much on Banjo-Kazooie, the stage that they used, I think it's kind of a no-brainer to go with Spiral Mountain. But like, yeah, man, like that stage is so great, and there's so many good tunes. One of my favorite tunes to go into some of my favorites, like, I know a lot of us really like her as well, but to see Yoko Shimomura work on, I think it was Treasure Trove Cove, it's such a banger, dude. It is so good. And I feel like her and Grant have a very similar, like, instrumental preference, like with the marimba and such.
Yeah, they kind of do, and they kind of really showed in, like, Sparks of Hope there, that their musical styles just worked really well together.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think they really complement one another, and it seems like they're like friends with one another, at least like friendly to one another in the industry, which is great to see. But yeah, just to go into more songs like remixes. If you guys have heard any of the Mega Man remixes, especially for this game, oh my word, dude! Like the Mega Man remixes go so hard, and I say that as a casual Mega Man fan. I have no bias to these tunes. But like I think it's like Iceman, like Flashman, like the beginning stage of Mega Man X. There's so many good remixes that just go so hard and are like very just metal sounding. It's like one of the best remixes of the game. Like, and I think Jay touched on this a little bit, and I know Drew has appreciation for the series, but Castlevania, just a ton of really good remixes for that. Another thing I'm very casual in my knowledge in, but such good music throughout. And of course, as you guys said, Grant's music, having Grant be able to do Spiral Mountain, fantastic. There's a bunch of... Go ahead.
Also, too, I'm not the biggest RPG guy. I'm essentially Scott the Woz when it comes to that. But
Same.
I don't think the music though, like that, like the Victory theme. Like I really like the Victory theme remix. That goes hard.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for
I could go on forever about.
Yeah, for Cloud.
Yeah, that's
like,
awesome.
Remix, yeah.
Yeah, I love when they include little things like that. It's a great fan service. It was a shame that like Square Enix didn't allow Kingdom Hearts or much of like Final Fantasy to have much of like remixing in that regard, but because I don't think I think there's not even a single Kingdom Hearts remix either in this game, which is interesting.
Huh.
But it's cool to have them though still. But like, yeah, I could go on all day about like favorite music for sure. But as far as like the ones I named, you guys are gonna get the gist of it. It's like in common with Chris, K. Rool. Definitely one of the ones I main, and I think Drew, you said that as well. And then Toon Link, I also do main. And my longest main that I've mained actually every single title is Samus. I do like Dark Samus a lot, and also I dabble in Banjo-Kazooie and Sora from time to time. But I'll go ahead and read the next answer after Foxane here. We already went through Aiden's answer.
Yes, we did. We did go over it.
Okay. That was the only one I made a note for. So Little Man,
yes.
Little Man said, Banjo really loved his trailer, like how he plays like a Smash 64 character, and he also said Terry because doing combos and mixing everything to bust a wolf is funny. Kazuya, I always destroy the pronunciation.
I think I Kazuya.
But yeah, from Tekken as well, because he hits like a truck on fire. And he said Hero 2 because funny RNG. His main, though, before all those characters he mentioned, was Duck Hunt and, of course, Little Mac. Because I knew Little Mac was Little Man's main for a while.
Looks like I missed the battle there, so Sam and JW are duking it out there. But that's okay. We can kind of keep it going here. I'll keep it going with a Little Man's answer here. Like I said, mentioned main before were Duck Hunt and Little Mac. Current main is Terry, Kazuya, and Banjo. All some great answers there. Let's see. Everything.
Terry and Kazuya. Banjo Kazuya.
I've always thought that.
Yeah.
I always think that too.
Banjo Kazuya. That comes naturally.
Were you meant to get into this? Were you meant to get into this one, Drew? I didn't actually.
No. I don't know. I was just changing my character and such, but yeah, it looks like I didn't quite get to the battle in time to spectate. So we're just in the waiting arena right now.
Oh shoot, that happened to me last time.
Oh no, that's good.
Man.
But I'm going to go ahead and go over Matthew's answer here from Bloody Fatality. He has a good lengthy one. Banjo-Kazooie is my favorite inclusion in main. I was yelling and running around, and I paced around for like 30 minutes afterwards, ignoring that direct, and ended up having to rewatch it. First game announcement made me shed a tear. This was my Etika Mewtwo moment. And, actually, no, I think his two-part answer was in the second question there, but yeah, he did go over so much excitement over Banjo-Kazooie's announcement for sure. And just
oh yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I got so emotional. I don't really know what happened. After a while, I was just talking with a bunch of people. I think I neglected eating for a few hours, and I actually got sick.
Oh my god!
But it was a great day.
Definitely a great day. Yuri Ander says here that B&K are certainly still my favorite inclusions. Stepping into that speculation stage in the statement led me to meet you and many other great friends, and also spawned an embarrassing reaction video that I still regret uploading till this very day. I suppose it's a fair price to pay, though.
That's Urian.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen that. I don't think I've actually watched that reaction video. I'll have to give it a.
It's funny because if you ever hear Urian, like he'll do some voices and stuff, but he stays very chill and like monotone for a lot of like the reveals, like oh that's cool and stuff, blah blah blah. And then when Banjo Kazooie comes up, he just becomes like a banshee.
Yeah, no, like I really need to watch that one.
It's fantastic, dude.
I sometimes do regret that I hadn't quite gone into content creation, before Banjo-Kazooie's reveal and such. I sometimes do regret that, but man, I have to tell you, like, if you guys saw the way we reacted to the Super Mario RPG remake and such, like, I think Banjo-Kazooie would like be even more like, if you can possibly imagine that. But yeah, it was. I loved watching the reaction. That was one of my favorite parts about the reveal, was just watching all the reaction videos and seeing how happy I think everyone was with it.
Well, like even too, it was neat seeing because lots of people are saying Hero is for the Japanese market and Banjo is for the Western market. But even some Japanese people were very hyped for Banjo too. I've saw.
Oh yeah, it is funny. They said it's kind of pathetic, but it is hilarious to me. Like, I don't know the exact quantity, but the day they revealed that, and then Sakurai made like a joke. He's like, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie, which is funnier in hindsight, he's like, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie's games, you have to buy an Xbox, basically. And then I think they sold like a couple hundred copies of Xbox One in Japan that day. I think it was, or something like.
Funny.
That's funny, but yeah. And now you can play them on the Switch, so there you go.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can.
Oh yeah.
Hey, dude, you're pretty good. You're pretty good with Ridley, Jay. That was pretty good, man.
Thank you.
GG.
GG's.
Banjo is popular in Japan also. Only Good Games commented, welcome to the stream, good to have you there. I did want to also mention Chris, his comments there. I want them to add Emerald Coast to Smash. I want a 2E stage, Witchy World tent. That would be awesome, actually, because they already have the music for the Mr. Patch battle. Now,
it's just a matter. It's like Poker Floats, but better.
Yeah, that actually does sound pretty accurate there.
Very fitting, considering we were just talking about Sora a few minutes
I
ago.
know. I was questioning this lineup, but
this should be interesting. Matty Kong did mention a favorite inclusions: King K. Rool, Banjo and Kazooie Inkling. Main, you'll never guess. Probably would be Diddy Kong or Donkey Kong, I imagine.
Yeah, Diddy Kong from Maddie. I mean, Diddy Kong's a pretty heady character. There's a lot of like planning that comes with that character.
There really is. I would say like that's not a character that I could ever. Whoa, we cancel each other there.
Now this is Smash Bros. Playing.
Yes. I think I'm going to change. I might be changing my stage to random though, because I realize we're getting a lot of Spiral Mountain. I love Spiral Mountain, but yeah.
Yeah, I have mine set to random. I know.
And he also mentions favorite remixes: Gear Getaway, Sticker Brush Symphony, Spiral Mountain. Favorite stage, not sure. If I made the cut, I would have said Jungle Hijinks. I guess I'm also found at Delfino Plaza. You can't go wrong at Delfino Plaza. That's actually a really good moving stage.
Yeah.
Ouch.
So, by the way, guys, I was wanting to say, I think I figured out what my problem is, but I don't think I can fix it right now. So I don't think I'm going to be able to join the game, but I will still be here in chat.
Of course.
If you need me to speak on anything, whatever.
Yeah. You can speak on anything during this, for sure.
Honestly, yeah, and like I said, we're flexible. We're just glad to have you on, Chris, but sorry you're going through those technical difficulties with Smash specifically.
Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh.
So, Kevin,
But
of
yeah,
course, go ahead.
No, you're good. I was going to read the next question, but you go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to mention, Kevin here. Just favorite inclusions, Banjo-Kazooie. Of course, he's one of the big Banjo-Kazooie proponents on Twitter there. Favorite songs, all the BK tracks, especially Spiral Mountain and main theme, and favorite stage, Spiral Mountain. Those would definitely be the answers I would expect from him.
I'm gonna take a while. Kevin hates Banjo-Kazooie. No, just kidding.
And I think Kevin actually, I think I met him definitely through the Smash stuff. He was like one of the big advocate accounts for like Banjo, and he was very loyal to the posting of content regularly on that.
And
I feel like I was able to meet you guys actually through Kevin. I feel like partly.
Yeah, Kevin started a lot of group chats through them. That's for sure. I think that's definitely probably predominantly where we spoke for sure.
And we have a Dank Memes in the chat. Did mention greetings from Finland. My wife says hello. Welcome. So I don't think I heard before, but I guess you and Pieta Potato, is that how she goes by? You two got married then? That's awesome.
No, so they're definitely going strong, but that's the nickname he uses, his wife.
I see. Okay, my bad.
I bet you that's in the cards, though. Sorry, I don't want to say too much, little man.
All right, my apologies there. But yeah, so welcome to the stream. Great to have you on here. Let's see. And Super Josh XD, welcome. Great to have you back. I know we were having troubles at the beginning there, but great to see you on the stream. But feel free to join in with the Arena ID and pin there when you're able to. We are married once, married one day. Well, that's I can definitely recommend that for sure.
Yeah, marriage is cool.
It is.
Oh, jeez Louise. Oh. That was a really good game, Drew. We were down to the last.
Down to the last stock there.
All right, I'll go ahead and read the next question. I believe we're on Pretty Cool Crocodile.
Yes.
So Pretty Cool Crocodile, massive fan of the obvious King K. Rool, but a definitely big DK fan on Twitter there. But she said K. Rool's fantastic addition to Smash, and playing him is probably the most fun I have ever had with a newcomer in the whole series. Well, just Brawl and 4, I didn't play the others. But yeah, K. Rool, I will say, as I just showed, he is a really fun character, and like I think with his moveset, they did a really good mix of kind of like all his appearances throughout like his best game. So definitely really cool. You got a lot of the moves from all the first Donkey Kong countries, and even his final Smash being from DK64. Just a really cool character with a really cool moveset.
Oh man! Whoa!
Yeah, Drew.
How evil have you been watching? Like what?
Drew had a warm-up round with me.
Yeah, I do like. I kind of like the way Sora feels. How they made him feel like you play in the games. That's like. I think that the like cycling spells and things like that. I think it's just he has a kind of a cool little floaty feel to him.
He definitely does, and like I was about to say, he's like again like a sword fighter, but he feels more floaty and like like it's cool.
Ow. Nice.
Finally!
The next question, or rather the next answer we got was Sonicster. And they said, hey, perfect for the level and characters we're dealing with in this match right now.
Yes.
They chose Banjo-Kazooie and Sora as their favorite reveals.
I gotta be real, considering the name, I was expecting something Sonic.
I know, actually. So I guess there wasn't a whole lot of Sonic. I don't think there was anything new Sonic this gen of Smash, was there?
I thought there was some new music.
Sadly, no.
Yeah,
Was there
Chris, do we have trophies or anything added? I don't really know.
Knuckles' assist trophy was new.
I think that was it, yeah.
Oh, and I think Shadow was added as well as an assist. Or was the one that came over from the previous? I'm trying to remember.
I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither, but I know the Chaos Control thing. Yeah.
Shadow I thought was in Smash 4.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was.
I think he was, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think Jay's right.
But yeah, Banjo-Kazooie, great reveal, and Sora as the final one. I was super satisfied with that. I was kind of worried the final one would be something kind of lackluster. But and some people, everyone has a different opinion, but I really liked Sora a lot. I thought that was pretty cool.
And I just had the thought here. Do we want to consider like just kind of opening up the arena to kind of make a general one where like anyone can just discover it and join in, so we can get more fighters in?
Yeah.
Do we want to go ahead and do that, guys?
Yeah.
I think we go ahead.
I think I'm just bear with me for a second. We're going to be back in just a few minutes, and we'll have something new up, and we'll be right back. Thanks a lot, everyone.
All right, coming back.
Okay, everyone, we have a new arena up here. I'm going to go ahead and change things that we have here. Sam is going to go ahead and join this next battle. But this is a public arena with no pin. We wanted to kind of make it more open so more people can join to fight here. But you should find the arena name under YouTube.nostalgic. So we wanted to go ahead and just open it up a little bit more for people. I'm not ready. Okay, I guess I'm going.
Oof.
All right, I'll go ahead and one of these answers, Basalt's someone that we know, said that he likes any of the Miis. Basically likes balling with the Miis on his opponents. And Tar Mega, I think, did we have that answer out there?
Tar Mega, yes, I do have Tar Mega's answer up there.
Yeah,
mentions King K. Rool all the way.
Yep, so King K. Rool all the way, one of the most fun platform fighter characters in existence, easily. Plus, the music he came with is a very sweet deal. I also enjoy playing Ridley and Banjo-Kazooie, which, great picks right there. And go ahead.
I'm definitely dealing with it seems like a good experienced Incineroar fighter here.
Yep. Tends to happen when players come and join. They're usually pretty skilled. Meanwhile, we haven't played this game. I haven't played this game for the better part of 3 years. I used to be into it. I kind of faded out a little bit, as happens, but yeah, this guy looks like a regular player.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting with you. I faded out, but I played all those quote-unquote Smash Bros. Ones, and they're just platform fighting games.
Yeah, I feel like Jay, you touched on earlier, this is one of the probably the most hyped series when it comes to
yeah.
It feels like no one's off the table. There's a lot of series representation, even if the series themselves aren't active by Microsoft or Sony or whoever, and especially things we said Banjo-Kazooie. It's just so cool to see that type of thing.
Which makes me really wonder. I mean, this is probably bleeding into one of your questions, but it really makes me wonder what's next for the series. That's all I'm gonna say.
Oh yes, and we'll get to talking about that. You want to go over more of Tormega's answer there?
For sure, yeah. I read pretty much the gist of Tormega's answer, but yeah, I definitely agree, and I didn't touch upon, but I definitely agree with the songs, the remixes he came with. King K. Rool, we didn't even hardly mention that, but especially his reveal song. It's not the remix I thought they would go with, but it's really good.
It's peak.
Yeah, it's peak.
It really is.
It's great.
Chris, we're now to the Blue Sky answers, and we have it looks like a Chris Bottger answered on both platforms. So, of course, a Toon Link, King K. Rool, and Banjo. So we did extrapolate on your answer earlier. And Yoshi of Earth, did you want to go over that one there, Sam?
For sure. And Yoshi of Earth, not survived. But yeah, Yoshi of Earth is pretty prominent in the DK Vine community. They said, obviously, I enjoyed the inclusion of Banjo and K. Rool, but Simon, not so much Richter, but that's for personal reasons.
Good match there. Good match, Miguel.
Yeah,
that was a good one. He said, Ridley and Piranha Plant were awesome additions for me as well. I ended up maining Plant when I played competitively years ago. I actually voted for Simon in the Smash ballot. Which, yeah, great choices. Plant was an interesting inclusion.
Yeah, Plant was probably... Within the Smash Bros. Series, it was probably the most whoa, what the place word here, character ever, it was just crazy for me.
I had a period where I was into Richter and played him quite a bit, but it kind of dropped off after 2019.
How come? Many reasons, or?
No, not really. I just quit playing the game as often. At the times I did, then just didn't rotate my characters as much.
That's fair.
Good luck, Sam.
Yeah, I'm gonna need it.
I'm going to switch to Banjo if I get another chance with him here.
Oh, that move is so OP.
So we have another answer here by Jill Jill up the QZ. Is that how you say it? I don't know how you say it, but we have
the Cuz.
Jill up the Cuz. Okay, but King K. Rool is one of my two mains in Ultimate besides Banjo-Kazooie. He was amazingly portrayed in the game, not just because of the past references and him being silly, but still insane and threatening, but also the stuff they added making him more of a rival to Donkey Kong. And I loved how like even the trailer was set up, you know, like that with those showing the different rivals for all the different characters, so that they set up like he is the villain of DK. And I do like how they set that up in the trailer at the very beginning there. But I love that also. He really does get like what the appeal of K. Rool, which is just silly but still insane and threatening, which is kind of like, what something that Rare can just do so well.
Yeah, no, like Rare is definitely a interesting company. How they go about doing lots of stuff.
Yeah, they go about they're able to create like so many good iconic characters. Miss Natsui mentioned the day these two were confirmed for Smash was amazing. I'll never forget it. Of course, referencing to Banjo-Kazooie. Amazing day for many fans. Ishtar mentioned Steve was my favorite. He just is such a goofy character. Goofy character. I don't know. I main Byleth though. Byleth. I know. I have to say though. You know, a lot of people get flack for Byleth being the last of the first Fighters Pass, but yes, he was a Fire Emblem character, but at least he was kind of an interesting, unique one in terms of like how he was used and such.
Also, I will say that game was really, really trendy on social media around that time. It's not like it wasn't a game that like nobody played or whatever. Like
exactly.
Lots of people did buy and enjoy that game.
And then also too, you have to keep in mind, Nintendo was listening to their fans in the sense of some entries, but at the end of the day, Nintendo's a company, which this is going to really make me sound like a Nintendo bootlicker, which I swear I'm not, but they also probably did it with the mindset of, hey, we can maybe milk some more sales of this new game, which is honestly kind of smart in a business standpoint, I'd say.
Oh yeah, it was. And
yeah.
At the same time, you know, I think a lot of folks were glad they know that there was confirmed to be a second Fighters Pass. I think that was honestly part of the Byleth announcement. They're like, yeah, we're ending the first one with Byleth, but we're going to bring in more. So I think that helped, you know, a lot of people, you know, with the Byleth inclusion there.
I want to touch on something Jay said briefly. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, just Jay's right. You know, as I said, the game was sold well and was trendy at the time. But Jay's also right, there were probably more people who got into it from Smash, and some of those people may be now diehard Fire Emblem fans. They may have loved the game, and they may have gotten into it through Smash, just like some people may have gotten into, say, Metal Gear or Bayonetta, or even Banjo-Kazooie, maybe, possibly, kids these days, through Smash, and that's a good thing.
It is a good
thing.
I
agree. I'd agree.
Definitely.
Is that Bob the Builder?
Yeah.
Or Mario Maker, I guess. Oh, but yeah, it's more like Bob the Builder.
Bob the Builder.
Can we fix it?
Guys, did you not know Bob the Builder died yesterday?
What?
What? Oh my goodness.
Rest in peace. Jay's desecrating his memory.
Yeah. I guess I have to take it. Well, you know what? I will honor his memory by winning this fight. So, Miguel, please, die so I can honor Bob's memory. Thank you.
Jay, you were actually doing good.
You're actually
really good.
Whoa. Okay, you're doing great. Yeah, let's. So far, it looks like he might be avenging us here, so which is great. Yeah, you can do this. You got this.
Yeah. Can we do it? Yes, we can.
Yes.
I don't know. Don't.
So did you go over Jordan Williams' answer?
No, I have not as yet. You can go ahead and go over that one.
Okay, so Jordan said piranha plant, and then the laugh emoji, and he's like, But no, if there was actually one I was hyped for or lost my mind on with the announcement, it was for sure Cloud, Bayonetta, Sephiroth, Joker, Kazua, well, however you say his name, and most definitely Sora as well as Banjo-Kazooie. With the last two having me the most excited being Banjo-Kazooie.
Great picks there. And Jay, you're doing great. You're a whole stock ahead here, dude. So you can close this up. We had no idea you had twice. We had no idea you had this like Bob the Builder in your pocket here.
Yeah. You know what, guys?
He's channeling.
Announcement. I'm a Bob the Builder main now, I guess.
Yep.
He's channeling the power of the handyman.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Builder.
That's awesome.
This is actually.
No, you are not going to use that move.
Oh yeah! Miguel has lost his first match here. Yeah, these are some great picks over from Jordan Williams. Definitely a lot of hype in those picks. Pretty cool Crocodile. Also responded over on Blue Sky there. Let's see. I think I'm up next though. And then I'll be picking my.
But didn't we go over an answer for Pretty Cool Crocodile?
I think that was back in. I think it was in back in. I think it was actually back in September. Yeah, the Twitter answer.
Oh shoot! I'll just go ahead and briefly go over it really quick. So she did answer again recently. So King K. Rool hasn't changed. Best addition to the base game, ignoring meta. I feel like the design is nearly perfect, as we talked about. Captures the character. The only bads are the fact that he doesn't have the DLC level treatment, which in my opinion differs. I think some of the DLC characters, it really depends who you're talking about. Just RGB alts and some penalties in his design for balancing strings went a little overboard. I hope he stays in the next one, being the next Smash Bros. Game. It probably will happen, but we don't know for sure. Please keep him. He means the universe and my soul to me, Sakurai. And I think a lot of people can relate to that sentiment.
Yeah, we do hope to see King K. Rool returning from pretty much every Smash Brothers from here out. I think it's going to be pretty much expected. If anything, there are quite a few Nintendo characters that have been relegated to Smash Purgatory, but I mean, at the very minimum, at least keep them in that.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, what we were talking about earlier, and Smash Purgatory is a decent term for it, but, I know we all know Captain Falcon. I know he got, F-Zero 99, which is a nice anything's better than nothing situation. But, Mega Man came back, Castlevania to a point after its Smash reveal, so I still have faith for things like, say, K. Rool and Banjo-Kazooie, but time will come.
Oh, that's too bad. Matt V, we have his answer up if you want to go over that one as well, Sam.
Yep, so Matt B said, Ridley and Banjo-Kazooie were my favorites. I literally cried at both of the reveals. Ridley because I've wanted him for years, and because it always felt like he should be there, and Banjo-Kazooie for being my childhood favorites. That literally I had dreams about being in Smash.
Oh yeah, sorry, Sam.
Oh, you're good. But he said he had dreams since the 64 days of Banjo-Kazooie being in Smash, which actually I totally agree with. Since Melee, I don't know, maybe it was my naivety as a child, but in Melee, I fully expected more Majora's Mask representation and Banjo-Kazooie, because I had heard rumors of something that they were meant to be in. Turns out they were actually, I guess, thought about back then, but just didn't pan out.
They even thought about James Bond back then, from what I understand.
Yeah, James Bond and Dixie.
Yeah,
I'm kind of glad they didn't do James Bond, honestly. I feel like he would have seemed out of place. Dixie would have been nice, though.
Yeah, I can understand that, too. I guess it was just prominent as a Nintendo 64, heavy hitter. But I know that, they changed the name of the mine, the bomb. I think that was originally Perfect Dark item. So I don't know what the thought process back then.
Probably to separate from anything rare, because I heard this story. I don't know how true it is, but when that Star Fox game, I'm brain frying the name, Star Fox Adventures was revealed, Nintendo kept a really, really close eye on Rare, because they were nervous with this buyout for some reason.
Well, I heard.
I don't know how true that is.
I really wish Nintendo. I mean, it is what it is. I'm glad Rare's still around. There's a lot of companies, much bigger companies that have lost people. And I'm glad that Rare's
Ooh,
still
nice.
around and they're doing okay.
Good move.
I agree with that sentiment. Holy moly, this Bob the Builder, dude.
How am I good as him? I hardly play as him.
You're good.
I don't know.
Like,
Yeah, I think you found your character.
I think you're. I agree with that sentiment. I'm going to change here.
But I will say, I do wish Nintendo did. I mean, this is just bias. I do wish Nintendo did pursue in 2002 around that time to actually obtain Rare. But I am glad that Rare is still around in the capacity of any capacity.
Sorry, I want to change my fight here, so we're unfortunately like not watching the next match here. So I'm just switching out.
Oh no, it looks like it's Josh against Josh's Dark Pit against Bob.
Yes.
My bad, I cheated.
Oh no, you're fine. I should have told you I wanted to switch here, but no, we can go over a Hat Stacks answer here. Just mentioning Sonic coming to Brawl was the character announcement that excited me the most, and to this day, he's still my main. Other character announcements that made me really happy are Diddy Kong, Mega Man, Ryu, Banjo and Kazooie, and Min Min. I have to say, Sonic and Brawl. I mean, that's a significant announcement because that's of course is the first third-party character coming to Smash Brothers. Along with
it was Snake.
Along with Snake, the first. Well, yeah, Snake was the first announced, of course.
Snake was announced first, yeah.
Yes.
And he appeared in Subspace before.
But it was just crazy to think that Sonic could have even been Melee. Like, there was talks about that back then. And personally, if he was Melee, that would have been so shocking.
That would have been shocking.
Fresh at, and then boom, him in Melee. Like, oh my gosh.
I've often thought to myself, like, just how many people discovered Sonic was in Brawl from playing Brawl? That's something I've thought about sometimes, where they play the game, they play through all the space embassy quest. Is that what it's called? Spaceship Embassy? Yeah, but they play through the quest, and then Sonic's at the very end is like, wah!
Actually, Embassy has similar also. The Subspace Emissary.
A Subspace Emissary, that's right.
Did we read all of Hat's answer?
No, I didn't quite get to that. Well, I did read it all, but we only discussed, like, Sonic mentioned Diddy Kong, Mega Man, Ryu, Banjo, and Kazooie, and Min Min. Just announced other announcements that made him very happy there.
Yeah, I just want to touch upon, like, it sounds like the ARMS developers, it's all leaks again, but, like, with everyone's prior knowledge right now, especially in the Nintendo fandom of leaks going on, I feel like we're getting most of the console revealed through leaks at this point.
Yes.
The next generation, that is.
Yeah.
But I heard that the developers of ARMS are actually developing something right now. I don't know if it's a sequel or what, but...
Legs? Are we finally getting legs?
Well, better better than some other ports, that's what I'm saying.
Personally, if me, really quick off-topic thing, ARMS Volleyball, make that into a full-fledged game. I really love that mode. That's all.
Oh, that was a mode?
Yeah, the volleyball mode. I love the volleyball mode in ARMS. Like, I actually like it better than the base game, personally.
I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah.
Wanted to acknowledge a Plush King 12 in the chat. Welcome. Great to have you there in the stream. You're more than welcome to join our Smash Arena with that ID, or you can just find it at YouTube at Nostalgic there. Wanted to go over a Wispier Ultima's answer. Mentioned Sora from Kingdom Hearts. I thought the stream would never come true, but it did, and I was happy. Not only that, but this inclusion got me into the Kingdom Hearts season. Oh man, it looks like we might have had a conclusion to the match there.
Yeah, Josh is really good with Dark Pit. It was close. It was a close one.
Bob the Builder is no longer. It was very close. Neck and neck. GG.
Dude, that's still... I can't believe how good Bob the Builder is as a viable option for you, though, dude. I think it's like your best.
Yeah.
Yes.
Bob the Builder, man, I guess. Didn't see that one coming.
But you want to go over Wind Spear Ultima's answer, Drew?
Well, I think I did go over that one. Just mentioned Sora from Kingdom Hearts. That answer got him into the Kingdom Hearts series. Yeah, I think that's a great thing about Smash, that it can get players into series themselves. And I think I would be surprised if a good number of people like finally checked out Banjo-Kazooie first, maybe on Xbox, and then when it came to Switch, it came to Switch. Because of course we mentioned Sakurai mentioning just the Xbox version, but eventually it came to Switch, which was great.
There's a lot of kids right now playing both Kazooie and Tui for the first time on NSO.
And that's great. That makes my heart happy.
What do they think of it?
I don't know. I did post like some people what people thought about Tui's first playthrough, and most of them mentioned they really liked it.
Yeah, you'd have to do like a poll, Jay.
Honestly.
And Brandon Kong also mentioned here. Go ahead.
Well, I was more so speaking just off of general, like not like common consensus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And Brandon Kong, I think he did answer over on Twitter, but I'm going to go over his answer briefly again. Mains for Ultimate are Diddy Kong, Richter, Crom, and Wolf. As for those I like being included, easily Banjo-Kazooie, mostly just for the fact that they finally made it. I think all of us are just so happy about that. Super Apache Bros answered here that favorite characters, K. Rool, Banjo-Kazooie, and Incineroar. Mains, K. Rool, Banjo-Kazooie, Kirby, and Mario. Now, I did want to also mention we do have a Discord that we're working and gradually building up called the Kooky Crew. We're kind of still working on building that, but if you do want an invite, just feel free to ask either me or Sam on our Twitter or Blue Sky accounts. We can send you an invite. We are looking to get an open link for that soon. We're just kind of working on like the rule settings and such with that. And also
the servers all.
Sorry, what?
Sorry, you can go. Never mind.
Oh yeah. And Wario Bros also pitched in and said that favorite characters include King K. Rool, Banjo and Kazooie, Terry, Bogard, Min Min, Mains, Wario, Snake, Roy, and Min Min, and wished for Shantae, Balloon Fighter, Waluigi, and Dylan. I think though that kind of ties into like maybe a bit of like the next question here, and we'll kind of maybe return back to Wario Bros. All right, we are to our second question now. For the next question we have, what would you like from a potential new Smash game? And I think that this is definitely a very applicable conversation because we could be merely days from the reveal of the Switch 2. Or whatever the Switch successor is, but I think we all know it's called Switch 2.
Yeah.
Nintendo...
I mean, let's face it. It will be.
It will be the Switch 2. That's pretty much like, that's what the leak's saying. Like, most everything except software has been leaked about the Switch 2. That's pretty much the...
I want to say something real quick.
Yes.
Or...
Sorry to do, but oh my gosh, hey Josh, that is an impressive dark pit. I got lucky on that second stock. We would have been 1-1 at the end. That was a good game.
Yeah, no. These are some good players that joined just now. Seriously.
Yeah, Josh is a really good. He's good at most of the things Josh plays with us. If I'm being honest with you.
Yeah.
Oh no, here comes Miguel again.
Oh, it's Sephiroth now.
Oh.
I'm curious.
But so we're moved on to question 2, aren't we?
Yes, and now we'll go ahead and go over Chris Bottger mentions here lots of cutscenes, bro. That's what you want out of the next Smash Bros. Did you want to expand on that a little bit, Chris?
Yeah, it's just like World of Light only had a few, and it didn't have much of a story going on. And like, I really like Subspace. Its gameplay could have used a little bit of work, but it was still better than World of Light. But just like, it's neat to see like the different characters interacting, and that really, I think, upsells the whole crossover aspect of the thing. Like, you know, all the stuff with like Lucario and Snake and the box and Peach and Zelda,
love it.
you know, all that stuff. It's just that really upsold the crossover aspect of it, and it was a decently meaty thing to go along with the main Smash mode as well. Whereas World of Light felt, I think, very slim, kind of by comparison, especially when it came to characters interacting. There just wasn't really any of that, and that was just, I think, unfortunate.
It was pretty much the beginning cutscene, you know, like Sonic's reaching over to try to save Pikachu, but that was it, you know.
When they showed that in the direct, that last direct, clearly just right before the game came out, I was like, yeah, we're doing it. We're gonna have all sorts of great character interactions here. It's gonna be great, and then it was just like, it didn't happen.
It really is.
Could I
go ahead
on what Chris said? We have time.
Yes.
Well, the thing is, it was funny because with me, when I saw World of Light, I'm like, oh my god, Subspace 2, because I didn't hear anything Sakurai said. So what I really hope is a Subspace 2, but the worlds are more like Melee's adventure mode, because I found that really cool, actually going into the Nintendo worlds exploring. And I really feel like, too, what the next Smash Bros. Game could literally just be, and I would be fine with it. Smash Bros. Ultimate Deluxe, but you just add more modes. Because I feel that's all Smash Ultimate really needed was more of those modes, like World of Light, Subspace.
Oh, I just killed myself.
Or Smash Run Online, that could go really hard, because I really love Smash Run.
We have an unfortunate
Dude.
3-stock.
Yeah, I was about to say, I just now, at the end, I dropped my controller, and then, like, I picked it up, and then when I had it in my hands, that's when I committed suicide.
Dang.
But that guy's pretty good.
He is. Wish me luck here. Yeah, I do think next Smash could definitely use more cutscenes and things of that. Because like that really added something special to Subspace Emissary. It really, really did. And Sam, did you want to go over Matthew's answer for on Twitter there?
Sure, and I just think that's hilarious. Chris, you have our most simplistically worded answer, just like lots of cutscenes, bro.
Yeah.
But anyway, I totally agree with that elaborated sentiment for sure. But yeah, Matthew Bloody Fatality, which a lot of us know around the community, said honestly, Ultimate had all the characters and almost all of the old stages plus new ones. So I just want a deluxe port of that. That comes with all the DLC, all included, a few extra characters, and let the main focus be on the story mode, kind of like Chris was just saying. And I very much agree with this. I didn't really go over what I was saying. I wanted for the second game, but like this pretty well covers it. Just pretty much like he's saying, like a deluxe, like sort of like what we got for Mario Kart 8 for the Switch, but for Smash Bros. Because like a lot of us understand, like I mean, for me, like Break the Targets is a huge thing that I really, really enjoyed back in the day. And like a lot of the different like the melee different game types, and I understand that they can't like craft something for each individual character, that there's so many now. But I feel like with the extra development time, if they just add on to this game for the next generation, I would honestly be okay with that as well.
And as I was saying earlier, Smash Run but online would even be amazing. Or to add to it even, they could maybe add more development, like have something like a Spirits, but also have it that these Spirits have like some info behind them, kind of like how the assist trophies had. I think would be neat too, like fudge them out a bit more, perhaps.
Yeah, I guess Spirits are sort of divisive. I like seeing some of those old renders, but yeah, they wish they had a little bit more functionality and like you said, like details or something like that.
I know even someone was saying online, I think it was like in a very old Game Explain video, something like a boss rush mode could be cool too. Like have like a throwback to all these like bosses from like past Smash Bros games, and basically make it like those Kirby arenas.
That could be like a almost like a different type of classic mode.
True.
Huh. To go over the rest of Matthew's answer really quick, because he's got a two-parter here. He said, regarding story mode, although Sakurai is weirdly against it because of cutscenes posted online, he thinks they become invalid once they get posted. That's why he cut the whole story from Smash 4's development, and I don't get this. Because I've played through the entirety of Subspace and Brawl, and I absolutely adore the cutscenes still. They're so cool tying together the big story. Sakurai is an amazing and talented developer. I love the dude, but man, he's so weird about cutscenes being posted online. He thinks the cutscenes as rewards, and if the reward is lost when they are available online. To me, the cutscenes just tie the story together and are a cool piece of art I can enjoy, and they aren't ruined when you can watch them once online. Otherwise, we wouldn't watch my favorite movies. Really frustrating train of thought, but anyways, because of that, I think we'll see another story mode like Subspace.
I just don't understand why Sakurai doesn't view them as rewatchable. Does he think people like only watch Star Wars once?
I mean, it's an interesting thing. I guess it's like his thought process is like, if the first time you see it, if it's online, then the reward is gone. But it's like, I mean, with the culture nowadays, we have a whole bunch of younger viewers who we have a whole generation, honestly, that are fans of games like FNAF, and they haven't even played a single FNAF game. A lot of games live through these playthroughs online. So I don't think it's a good mindset, honestly.
No, I 100% agree, because I even know back when Persona 5 was new, the American branch of Atlas was trying to be like, hey, be more lenient, because streamers help sell the games, right? But like Atlas of Japan was like, no, we don't want all this like getting out there, basically almost having like a Sakurai mindset almost, and feeling like it ruined sales of the game.
Oh man, this is close. I'm out of gold feathers too.
I honestly killed myself, but I only would have got like 1 stock.
Oh man, I thought he had me there.
I'm sorry to hear that.
You're doing good, Drew. This is close. But
oh shoot,
I will go over Michael Julius's answer here.
Oh my goodness. You got me. Oh, that was a good one. That was a good one.
That was a good one. Honestly, not a fan of facing Sephiroth much. I've had luck with him before, but he's a tough one for me.
All right. Do you want to go over? I guess I'll go ahead and go over Michael's answer here. I don't want it to be just Fighter Pass 2, but I wouldn't mind some Battle Royale type of new modes. Not sure how they pull it off, but feeling more connected to larger player base could be fun. As for characters, I'll just post a gigantic roster while it's wish list I made earlier this year. Oh yes, I guess that's like his that's his wish list all right there. I guess I can't really see much of it there, but we even have Epic Mickey among others.
Yeah, Epic Mickey, Eggman, Kratos, Master Chief, Travis from No More Heroes, Crash, Cranky Kong, stuff like that. Quite a few there that are really cool.
Oh yeah, Bob the Builder. Yeah, we can fix it. Yes.
Yeah. The rematch of the century, hopefully, but he's doing pretty dang good.
Yes.
I could tell he's picking his mains. Bob is what took out Incineroar. So yes. I have faith.
Yeah, so I think I might have scared him with that one.
He didn't. Like, it's a preschool kids show. What could it be?
Oh no!
Oh no!
No!
But you want to go over Aiden's answer? Go ahead.
Yeah, and before I do that, just to kind of, like, me and Drew didn't have, and I hope you got to, in the gist of our answers here, Drew, got to elaborate on your perspective here. But I do want to say, lastly, like, I have been advocating, and as I kind of touched on it earlier, I've been kind of wanting and advocating for Skull Kid to be added to Smash. So if we're talking about the next, like, generation, besides what I said about agreeing with Matthew and some of you guys about, like, having it like a deluxe, just add on, make some custom character mini games, etc. But past that, new inclusions, and like the last answer just said, Michael, about a new kind of Fighters Pass. I think we can all agree that Smash kind of, its living blood, what keeps it a living, breathing franchise for the most part, is the absolute hype and speculation that comes with it.
It really does.
And for me, like I said, yeah, and just for me, Skull Kid and Rayman. I've been asking for Skull Kid forever, but I voted for both of these guys, as well as Banjo-Kazooie, King K. Rool. So I just really hope one of these days we can either get a little bit more Zelda representation, or maybe even get a couple of more Kongs in there, or Rayman, because Rayman has been in the space of rumors and speculations for quite some time. And going into Aiden, go ahead.
It's odd we never got him.
It is, especially like, with all the third-party involvement with like Mario and Rabbids, plus also of course the new Rayman DLC. I mean, that was just some definitely a lot of Nintendo involvement there.
Oh yeah, and like that's a good transition into Aiden's answer here. He said it's going to be hard to top Ultimate, so I could see them doing a deluxe version, kind of like we were just talking about. He said if they go that route, here's what I'd want to see. New characters, Rayman, Crash, Geno, Master Chief. And I should say, I didn't even think about that, because, like, I'm going to be honest with you, I'm a big Halo fan. I'm probably the minority in this group. But when it comes to Halo 4, which was okay, and past that, it kind of varies. The only game past Halo 4 that I even think is okay is Infinite. But anyway, I totally agree with that sentiment, though. Master Chief and also Doom Guy would be really cool to see.
I feel like Master Chief is probably the most likely Microsoft rep after Steve and Banjo, so
I would say so too.
It was actually a pretty good. I'd say there's a pretty good chance for Master Chief, especially if we get confirmation on Banjo and/or Steve coming back in the next one early on. I would put a good chance then on Master Chief being a thing. I am kind of surprised that Aiden answered that though, because I never knew him to be a fan of Halo, but...
Yeah, that was a surprise to me too, but I can definitely say I would definitely agree. I'd like to see Doom Guy and Master Chief both, I guess, owned by Microsoft. And you know what? Actually, 3 out of 4 of his answers, I guess Crash, in my opinion, I think it'd be cool. I'm an old head at this point. So for me, in my headcanon, Crash is like one of those PlayStation legacy characters. But I know, again, they're technically an Xbox character now. But
Josh with the
awesome
advantage.
Especially for yeah, there we go. I don't know what happened with he just kind of dropped there.
He did.
But to finish off Aiden's answer, he does say other content he would like is a melee-style adventure mode, which that's a good one as well, and then break the targets and rework old character movesets, which, yeah, totally agree.
I would definitely agree with that as well. I mean, I think I would love to see characters like Rayman and Crash and Gino. Matter of fact, I did want to maybe briefly go over what I think as well, because I didn't put it in answer. I definitely would love to see those kind of newcomers, Rayman, Crash, Gino. I think Master Chief would be great to include as well, just for that extra Microsoft representation, because I think he probably might be arguably the most iconic Microsoft character. It's pretty much the face of Xbox himself, at least at the beginning. And I'd say, Dixie Kong. I think Dixie Kong would be great to include. Definitely moveset potential there, but yeah, add new modes, add a proper story with cutscenes, and I think we're pretty much good there. Ishtar Burn just says, I want new characters. I think we're all in agreement there. We all want great new characters. Question is though, should the roster be downsized, or should we just still try to carry everyone over plus more?
See,
they should, but
it's a touchy subject though, right?
Woohoo!
Yeah,
nice.
it is quite touchy. It's like, I understand both parties. Like, actually trying to learn every character, oh gosh, that would be a nightmare. But also cutting, like, from an already amazing roster, oh boy.
It's like Pokemon. Everyone's someone's favorite.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm actually going to switch characters, so I might let you go against Josh here, Drew.
Awesome.
I don't think you fought Josh yet, have you?
No, I haven't. And when you're ready to there, you can go over Wario Bros answer there.
Perfect. I'll just do that while I'm picking a character. So Wario Bros, who's a prominent member of the community, really cool Nintendo and otherwise just all-around gamer, said, bring back bonus stages, break the targets, board the platforms, and new ones. He said, melee brawl style adventure mode, either are fine with him, and rework old character movesets, kind of like we touched upon other answers as well there.
Yeah.
And I agree all around.
Oh yeah, I would love to kind of see what they do with maybe some characters, including Banjos, if they could like make a few tweaks to the moveset. Even that would be cool to see. But I've thought to myself, like, does Smash like need like I've thought about the reboot option with Smash as well. Do we need like kind of an overhaul with Smash to like really rethink how the fighting works, or maybe even like, I don't know, just some radical change to it? But I don't think that's what most people would like. I think we do want something that is very much carries over to what we had before, but just more and better.
Yeah, and I agree. And I think that's a pretty, like we were saying, that's a pretty common opinion. But like when like Chris talked about like with downsizing, it's like if as we touched upon twice now, downsizing would be a very touchy subject. That's like who gets the axe, who gets the chopping block. So yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
But well, I was gonna say the biggest kind of bang elephant in the room bill is, of course, Field 40 characters being legal now. But obviously, Nintendo has obviously tried cutting characters before. People that they didn't think anyone would care for, like Ice Climbers, they thought no one would care at all if they cut Ice Climbers.
Yeah, they were wrong.
People got mad.
Yeah.
So I think maybe Nintendo has at least kind of learned that lesson with, Ice Climbers and Pichu and Roy and Lucas and all of them. But there is, of course, always a chance though that they can't give the rights back to a third party character. But I think in terms of first party characters, they kind of were stuck in having to try to include them all, one way or another.
That's true. And like I would say, like I do think Pokemon fall into the most likely thing, but like you just said, and like with Mewtwo, people were very vocal when Mewtwo wasn't in Brawl. So yeah, and then he came back. So yeah, it's kind of hard to say if they'll chop anybody. I think again, ideally, the best case scenario would be just like again, like a deluxe almost. Like they can add, I say just a full-on fighter pass, new content, add a story mode. You can even keep World of Light still there as a side thing, whatever. And just add more content and personalize it more to each character. Maybe even adjust movesets, etc.
I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
That being, have you guys ever played Soul Calibur 5?
No,
Five,
I haven't
no.
played that. No.
I've played 1 and 2.
Do you know
Same.
the optimization in 5?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, basically,
I think I do.
Well, basically, my idea is have like Mii Fighters become something like kind of that, while in Smash you have an option to make each character kind of work like a Mii in the sense of giving them different move sets, if that makes sense.
Oh, okay.
And maybe making your own ults.
I
don't
know
think
what
the
Jay.
competitive side would like that, but I think that could be something as like a fun little separate mode, because in that way too you have all the past moves in the past coming back in a way, if that makes sense.
You just want to continually build your Bob the Builder build.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, get at
Bob the bodybuilder.
Bob the Builder, mate.
And Sam, do you want to go ahead and
But,
go over
yeah.
a little man's answer there?
Yes, sir. So Little Man said, I think we should have more party modes. And this is, dude, we're all singing the same song here. More party modes like Target and stuff, as well as new ones. And also, I'd like more characters to interact. At the moment, Multiverses is the only game to really feature these characters together. New characters, a Sega rep, I wonder who. For him, it will be Yakuza of some sort. But and then indie, please, maybe like an indie representation. He said like Freddy and PC, please, which I think PC's kind of a long shot, but yeah, that's a good answer there. And like I think Jay could agree. Like I kind of see you two as like two of my biggest of my three like Sega fan friends. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm sure you guys can agree on the Sega representation there.
Oh gosh, I actually thought of a wild idea because I saw this concept art of like different alts for Beat, and I'm thinking in my head, Beat could go pretty interesting. I feel like, and you could even have Jet Set Radio music in Smash. Like, oh my god, get back to Hideki. Oh god.
I knew that was going to come up with at least a bit. I knew Jet Set was going to come up at
Yeah,
least once.
yeah, you saw it going miles away, but like maybe for something least expected. Okay, this isn't the least expected one. It's just obvious, Eggman. Like it just feels weird he's not there. But
Oh yeah.
Because, like,
just no one.
yeah, because like
Of
he
the
can literally work like a King K. Rool in a way with how many robots and machines he had.
Yep.
But
I agree.
Right.
the Sega one I think would be very crazy is, gosh,
Biggs the cat.
Oh my gosh.
Big
Big the cat.
Big Pig. I would main. I would main.
Yeah, I mean everyone would. Like, let's face it. Like Steve broke Twitter. Like Big the Cat would break the internet.
Pretty much.
But another one I think would be kind of interesting is Ulala from Space Channel 5. Yes, I'm very biased to Dreamcast, if you cannot tell. But
See, I've heard a lot of good things. I don't know much about that game.
yeah, it's essentially it's kind of Prop of the Rapper like, but also Simon Says in a futurist area. I don't know how her moveset would work, but that's the part that I think would just be so interesting because I love my wacky fighters.
We need to get Jig. He can explain it to us.
Oh, well, okay. Basically, to explain it more, she has a gun and she stops aliens with the power of music.
Huh.
I know, cheap premise, but this was the 90s, you know. Freaking Michael Jackson was in it too, made a cameo. Yeah.
Oh,
What are you
I have heard of
Leonardo
it.
or something, JW? Is that what you are?
Bob Ross.
it's Bob Ross.
Oh, Bob Ross. That's awesome.
I am
That's so good.
public television right now. Hi, you, Bob the Builder, Bob Ross.
I never knew you were a big fan of public broadcasting.
PBS.
Yes.
Yeah, but hey, public broadcasting. Some pretty neat stuff on there, you know?
Oh, there is.
No, I grew up
Oh,
on
you're
PBS.
not wrong. You're not wrong.
No, I grew up on
Where's
PBS.
Big Board, though?
This is a big stage. Ah.
But I will go over Milk Dud's answer really quickly.
And
so Milk
make
Dud-
sure to I think you want to mention a Plush King's comment there too in the chat as well.
Oh, I'll let you go over that if you'd like.
Well, let's see. It just says I like to see more characters with some revamped boot sets, Melee's adventure mode, Smash Run, Thon Line, break the targets, spirits with trophy-like description. I think those are all some great suggestions, just like more expanding what we already have with Smash. And yeah, I want to go ahead and go over Milk Dud's answer there.
Will do. So, and yeah, just kind of like Plush King, Milk Dud is a big member of the community. Milk Dud, I think, has been with us since like episode 1 of Kooky Questions. So Milk Dud said, definitely more characters and stages.
This
I
could
like
be,
the little game modes, like break the targets and race to the finish.
this could go on
ahead,
for a
Drew.
while.
Yeah. So, Sam, you're the new reader, I guess.
Sounds good. But wait, is this an alternate version of Temple, or what stage is this?
I think this is... okay, so this is the Kid Icarus one. That's what
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's meant for 8 players, and there's clearly not 8 players here.
Oh my
you know,
goodness.
It's a good stage, if you ask me.
It looks like a Bob Ross.
We play on this one a lot.
Yeah, it
actually.
looks like something
It looks
Bob
like a
would
good
paint.
It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what? This is my stage now.
There's not quite enough happy little trees around, but I think it suffices.
Yes.
Hey, I had them.
But to continue Milk Dud's answer really quick, she said she's actually never played Subspace Emissary, but it sounded so cool seeing the characters mingle like that, so she wants that included too in the next game. And then all the challenges from Melee as well. She said a adventure mode from Melee I really like too, and the trophies, whatever the mural thing from Ultimate was, I like that too a lot. LOL, they should just put the majority of previous Smash Bros. Content into one mega Ultimate Smash game. And yeah, totally
Ultimate
agree
Deluxe, pretty much in a nutshell.
there. Ultimate Deluxe.
I'm noticing a thing.
In fact, like, I mean, we're kind of at a crossroad for quite a few things. I think, I mean, as we kind of touched upon earlier, there's a lot of rumors coming out about the next generation. We're really, I mean, this episode really came at a prime time, even more so with our delay. We're kind of at a crossroads for Nintendo in deciding of how they're going to continue different really big franchises like Smash. So I really think, guys, that we don't have much time to wait, I don't think.
No, we really don't. Like,
I don't think so.
I can see a game month, but like this month, something's gonna happen.
I could see, we could totally see the next Smash announced within days, literally. That's just potentially.
I mean, I think that's definitely potentially possible. I've heard a lot of theories and people kind of saying, based off of past years, Nintendo doesn't often skip January at all. So it's
No.
Still anyone's game.
Killed Bob Ross.
But like, yeah, I'd still.
I know. Heck, I was well, Jay has the edge in the Bob Ross painting world. But
Yes.
I guess not. Yeah.
So I'll go over Matty Kong. Matty Kong, for his answer, huge Smash advocate. And this guy, like Matty, has an OC, obviously Matty Kong, and he makes a lot of content with Smash Bros. More than anyone I actually know on Twitter. So definitely check out his Twitter. But Matty Kong's, he had some image prompts here for new characters, and this is one that I think maybe Jay touched upon indie representation, but this is a good one. So Tails, obviously from Sonic, Dixie Kong from Donkey Kong, and Hat Kid from Hat in Time.
I can get behind Hat Kid.
Hat Kid, I've been talking to. Most of us know the Twitter user, Hollow Time, aka Omar. Me and him really want Hack Kid for Fraymakers, but I would take Hack Kid for Smash Bros. Any day, honestly.
It'd be great.
It would! Like, the moveset could basically be kind of like Shulk's in a way, too, of how many hats she has. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to ask a question to the group, knowing the answer for one individual. Have we all played a hat?
No, I have not played Hat in Time as of yet. I have not.
I have. It's great.
Drew.
No, I haven't.
This is what we use for Drew, but Drew, I swear, I think it's right up your alley. Seriously, right up your alley.
I've heard it's very good.
Yeah, it's really great. Also, Grant made a song for it, I believe.
Yeah, he did. The hub theme was Grant.
It was going to be 7 tracks were done by Grant originally, but I think that's since been brought down. It's actually, I forget the guy's last name, but someone named Pasquale. Really good composer. The rest of the songs are really good, and a lot of them he just directly made variations of Grant's theme. So a lot of them have that Kirkopian sort of oompa sort of style to it.
I really need to.
Yeah, I remember when
Kirkopian, that's a great
that
phrase.
Game, I know we discussed this. I know we discussed this, me and Drew, once on my channel when we did the real music video, but You Won't Fail Sam and Neither Was Jay. But when I first played that game, I didn't know Grant had done any music, and I just started playing it. It's like, oh yeah, it sounds like Grant. I can tell. It's like the first song you encounter really of the game once you're past the opening cutscene.
And I will say, like, anyone who's a fan of like the Mario platformers and the Rare platformers, combined with like the cleverness of both like Rare and like the Paper, it's weird to say, but Paper Mario games, like it's very comparable. Yeah. The dialogue and like the charm, it's like, it's interesting. If you look at the game, it looks sort of like a GameCube game. It has like that, it's kind of GameCube coded. Yeah, like that game is really, really cool once you get down to the design and the charm.
Wait, so you bet you played it?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't want to fight Miguel. I want to change characters. I want to change characters one more time.
I will say one though, based on when I played back then, I personally, which I guess is a hot take in the Hat in Time community, but I personally really hate how the Switch version ran. So I'd recommend PC if you can get it on that or any other system. PC is the best one because it has like kind of like a workshop. Like they added like a multiplayer mode there too, I've heard. That seems kind of cool. Yeah.
I have it on Switch. Its load times are not great, but it's full playable. It is very much playable.
I also just have issues of like the fog and there's a lot of issues like fog. There's some lagging issues too. I had.
You know, I think that's one of the things that like Nintendo is going to do really well going into the next generation with is like that third-party support, man. Like, I totally agree. It's like I haven't heard my CISA, like I played it on Xbox, but then you have the slight issue of like Xbox and PlayStation. And maybe PlayStation has, but I definitely can speak for Xbox. They don't get all of the DLC, but PC and Nintendo Switch seem to be like regularly supported despite the performance.
Yeah, I've always found that interesting because it's like maybe because it's sold better on Switch.
I thought that too. I mean, I gotta be honest, guys. We're all pretty well aware. Like when a platformer comes out, they'll do fairly well on everything. But I feel like they're at home on Nintendo in a way.
Yeah,
oh, yeah, they definitely are. Although it was nice to see a nice exception to that with Astrobot. Really, really nice to see like another, system actually, making a well-received platformer game.
Oh, I agree. And like massive. Go ahead.
Just saying, Astrobot, my boy. I love it.
Dude, that game looks so good. I actually haven't played it yet, but I've actually looked at quite a bit of gameplay. It looks so good. I mean, like Drew was saying, it's nice to see that, and like. This last generation, granted, it's mostly due to Team Asobi, Insomniac Games, and like Double Fine. But like seeing like Ratchet & Clank, maybe not so platformer focused, but seeing, like you said, Astrobot do so well, and like Psychonauts 2 with Double Fine, like Psychonauts 2 is just like seeing these up to the current gen standards, even graphically, and like just these absolutely charming, polished platformers is so heartwarming to me, dude. Those are both incredible games, and I got to get my hands on Astrobot.
The thing is, too, this doesn't even mention the indies, like Plucky. I think the name is Plucky something.
Plucky Squire. Yeah.
Yeah, I've been dying to play that game. 'Cause that game looks outstanding.
No, it looks excellent.
It really
Definitely
does.
one of those charming things.
And so I do want to try to wrap things up with with the overall stream, like maybe at the top of the hour. So I think we need to try to get through the questions a little bit quicker than we have.
We're gonna rapid fire.
Okay,
Rapid fire with the responses here. So do you want to go ahead and go over Kevin's response there, Sam?
Yeah. Yes, sir. So Kevin McMillan, like we talked about earlier, big banjo guy, he said, and this is no surprise, but characters that he wants: Rayman, Gruntilda Winky Bunyan, which would be an excellent villain inclusion, Crystal from Dinosaur Planet, technically, Star Fox Adventures, Gino, and Waluigi, which would be great to see Waluigi get his time in the spotlight.
Really would.
Stages, Grunty's Lair, Cauldron Keep, which kind of has the perfect design for Smash, Witchy World, Thorntail Hollow, also from Star Fox Adventures, Krazoa Palace, also from Star Fox Adventures. Great ideas. Favorite remixes: Gruntilda's Lair, The Final Battle, Hag 1, Weldar, Star Fox, and Star Fox Adventures main theme. Oh, I wasn't aware that Star Fox Adventures main theme was it.
I think these are the requests, like things he'd like to see.
Oh,
in
going
Smash.
forward. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, right. That's my bad. I was like, what the heck? I didn't think any of these were in. Okay, that makes more sense. And then modes, of course, Adventure and Break the Targets, which, I agree with a lot of that there.
And we have, of course, a response here from the great Gothic Teddy Bear over on Twitter, great DK fan. He had to go over his answer as well.
Yep. At this point, Gothic says, I don't even want another Smash Bros. I just want them to keep porting/building off of Ultimate with new DLC and characters. Come on, Dixie. They're never going to top Ultimate, he says.
It's going to be really, really hard to top Ultimate. I think that's something that we can all agree on there. Jiggy Lookback is next with some thoughts about the story mode there.
And yeah, Jiggy Lookback, big pal of ours. We've actually had him on the show before. Probably will again in the future. Check out his channel, man. Just a really polished, scripted game commentary channel. It's so good. A lot of rare Nintendo stuff. But he says, and this is an interesting take. It's a hot take for some. Forget the story mode. Let's bring back adventure mode from Melee, the break the targets and board the platforms from 64, and add a few more characters and stages. Let's call it Smash 100 and get up to 100 characters.
Oh my gosh, like a battle royale. That would be awesome.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Smash Bros. Ultimate Centurion or something like.
And
that'd be crazy. But,
and
I'll go over the next answer. Red 2006. So Red 2, and a great name I've seen around the community. I think it's a Star Wars reference, but Red 206 says, or 006 says, trophies, break the targets, home run contest, which I think we still have home run contests, don't we? I believe that's still an Ultimate, is it not?
I don't know. Chris, is it?
I'm not sure myself.
What?
Home run contest.
Yes, it's still an Ultimate.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I think that's regarding the sandbag thing, right?
Yeah, but home run contest has never been gone. I don't know.
Okay, that's what I thought. But
I hardly play that mode.
maybe he means, same. Maybe he means some silly options like that. But either way, he says some silly options like customize battles like in Brawl, switches for Giant, Flower, Fire, etc. Also develop the classic mode by building on ultimates. That was the one part I truly liked, which I think kind of Jay touched upon, maybe like boss rush elements. They could do a bunch of different things with classic mode for sure. And we'll go over Spectre Jordan really quick as well. Love the profile picture on this guy. But this is a good list. So characters: Master Chief, Crash, Leon Kennedy, which I guess is Leon Kennedy's Resident Evil, right?
Yeah, that's correct. Leon is from Resident Evil 2 originally.
That's what I thought. And then he continues to say Doomslayer. I think it's the first time we heard Doomslayer. Yes, excellent choice. Sans and Dante, I assume from Devil May Cry. Chosen Undead, which I'm not familiar with Chosen Undead, and then Waluigi and Raven.
And we did
anyone know
acknowledge a
what-
Rare Foxane in the chat. Hello, good to see you here today.
Yeah, welcome, Foxane. Glad to have you here. But does anyone know what Chosen Undead is as far as a character?
No, I can't say that I do.
Yeah, that one I'm not familiar with. I gotta Google, and maybe one of you guys, like Chris, if you want to tell
Yeah,
us
I
anything.
can. Hold on. Chosen Undead.
And I'll continue the answer. Chris might
Oh
come up with
no!
something.
Oh, that was a
Undead
good
is from-
match. Oh,
Chosen
man.
Undead is the guy from Dark Souls.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
okay.
That could be.
And yeah, that was a close one, Drew.
That was a really close one.
Also, but chat's pretty good because Namco helps make this game, so I feel they deserve more representation.
Oh yeah.
All right, here we go.
You got this, Sam.
This is the one guy that. This guy's been flooring me, dude. Even when I got close, it was still. For the last matchup I had with him, oh my god. Wish me luck.
All right,
And
good
then
luck.
I guess last I'll just say, for stages, Spectre Jordan said, stages for everyone above, and Tetris stage, Kirby Forgotten Land stage, and a 3DS Pac-Man stage. That I think got maybe chopped, I believe.
Oh yeah, that'd be good if it got included again. I'll take over with the features there. Rollback netcode, more online modes with friends. A lot of people, yeah, that's something a lot of people mention with like the online, including like an actual rollback would improve the connection for everyone there. And so with the next answer here is going to be from Jinxie. Mentions new characters, new stages, new remixes, obviously, a captivating and entertaining story, and of course the inclusion of my boy Lash showing a Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day. I think, I've always thought to myself that if you included Conquer, you could literally give him like a context-sensitive feature that would completely change the Smash meta there.
Well, it's also funny too because
It's like Kobe. It's like depends on who he's fighting.
Yes,
I-
exactly. And that would be sick.
Also another thing that's neat is some fans did implement him in like this N64 ROM or something, another fan game. That's what it's called. Called Smash 64 Remix. So it's pretty cool seeing him there, Conquer.
Yeah, I did see he was there. And moving on to the Maverick, I want Ultimate Deluxe with a new, real fleshed-out single-player mode or something at least similar to Adventure Mode, be it at the forefront. Maybe 5 added characters, pack maze returns, better online. Honestly, didn't intend too much time with Ultimate outside get-togethers. Yeah, I mean, like, so those are definitely some good suggestions there. Definitely could use the better online. Billy Cohen over here on Twitter mentions Bill and Lance from Contra Team. That's actually would be an interesting choice there. Rick Taylor from Splatterhouse, another more like mature rated representation there. Kid Chameleon, Skull Kid, and Majora, like Sam was mentioning, Skull Kid would be an excellent pick. Sub-Zero and Scorpion, Mortal Kombat, 007 GoldenEye, Gruntilda from Banjo-Kazooie, Conquer the Squirrel, Eternal Darkness, Sanity Game, Manipulation Items, full Majora Moon crashing into player. I believe we do have the Majora Moon as like an assist trophy there. But yeah, I think that there's definitely kind of a theme of these answers in general. I mean, as of yet, we have not had a character from an M-rated game. Now, of course, the Smash is for everyone, but that doesn't mean, of course, we can't have a character from like an M-rated title there.
I mean, Bayonetta.
We
Oh yeah, Bayonetta, we
right.
did.
And
That's
Metal-
right, Bayonetta.
And Metal Gear.
And Metal Gear. Oh my gosh,
too.
what am I thinking? Well, like,
I was gonna say there have been
Okay.
Resident Evils. There have been Resident Evil spirits, so there was kind of precedent for whole representation.
yes.
It's by Drew. Oh. But also too, I have to say really quick, Big Chameleon. I cannot believe I didn't think about that. That could be so cool because he has like so many changes too. Like one is like a samurai, and then like there's one where he has like a skateboard too. Oh my goodness, like that's like a throwback.
That really would be a throwback. We need someone to take out the Incineroar again. But yeah,
Dude, this,
Step up.
I can't handle this Incineroar. I don't know why I switched to Sora, because I'm not used to Sora, but like that just
Also,
that's how I didn't even get one stock off it. So,
Right.
lovely.
And Fat Man on Ice did mention here why they could never surpass Ultimate. I think people heavily underestimate how easy this would be outside of just adding fan-favorite characters, rollback and better online options, heavily expand alts and costumes, and invest more in the single-player mode. Honestly, there's so much potential just in costumes alone that Nintendo could do with Smash that like people were begging for, like 8-bit variations and things like that.
Yeah, that could be really cool, actually. And I mean, I'm not really familiar with like what goes into like making the online better. I do know that like Nintendo like servers are pretty outdated, but yeah, anything to improve the online would be much appreciated by the community.
Goodness. This dude is beating up Reggie.
I know, I was about to say Reggie Feast. There you go.
Do you want to go over
I guess I'll go over
Soul King, yeah.
Yeah. So, Soul King Bright said, I just want Smash Ultimate Deluxe with a full-blown story like Subspace. If that's too much to ask for the Melee's Adventure Mode. Break the targets and trophies to return. I agree, like, again, just the same game, more content, and a lot of people really would love that character interaction in story mode.
Oh yeah, and of course, returning favorites like Break the Targets.
I'm cooked.
I think we're all cooked.
Break the targets and trophies to return. I forgot they took trophies out, really. I mean, except I guess it was just Ultimate that took it out.
Oh yeah, there wasn't really a trophy collection to go look at.
Yeah, they replaced them with spirits, sadly.
Yes, basically is what they did. Trey, a great, he was like really like advocating like Master Chief before he came to Smash. Also, of course, I mean, he was advocating for Steve before he came to Smash there, and if he still advocates for Master Chief. Halo stage to come with it, break the targets, a story mode like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2, but expanded even further. Subspace seems like a pipe dream at this point. I wanted the King of the Hill like mode, just to name a few. I think a few people mentioned kind of a Battle Royale King of the Hill type thing, which I think would be kind of cool to add to Smash, since like Battle Royale is kind of like one of the current gaming trends.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I really doubt, if knowing the Smash community, if they added King of the Hill mode, we're gonna get a lot of like Hank Hill memes for sure.
Oh yeah, they really would, and like and have them actually, you know, they're obviously probably already are, you know, me's of Hank Hill. So
unironically, when you said King of the Hill, at first I thought that they meant adding Hank to Smash.
Well, I mean, that's probably what people would mean for sure.
No, it's not that I thought of it as a joke. Like, I unironically thought you meant that.
No. But pocket sand. Woo! No. But anyway, I'll
nice one, Josh. Good one.
Low or Akonda CRT's answer. So they said, like to see it pivot and see an alternative fighting series, Capcom versus SNK, which meshes two fighting styles into one. Which, yeah, could be interesting. Like, they have a lot of little crossover series like that, both with beat-em-ups and fighter games.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Might be interesting. So, for example, a Smash Bros. Versus Capcom game where multiple characters from both franchises collide, and some guest characters outside these as well, which, I mean, I don't know if the full game being dedicated to that, but they could do, like, I mean, I could even see DLC or something like that. That could maybe work.
They're
Definitely
really
an
good.
Interesting take.
HCP simply says, break the targets. I think that would be a great mode to return there.
Yep, absolutely. All right, we gotta take out this try hard.
All right, I'm going to try this again with game came close last time. Do you want to go over Kirby Cardin's answer there?
Yes, sir. So, for the love of God, and I can totally agree with this guy. For the love of God, please put Skull Kid in as a playable character, and maybe Midna too. They're too good not to be playable, and change Young Link to Majora's Mask style so he can do Pokemon Trainer style mask changes for different movesets. Which, yes, please. Like maybe Fierce Deity. I love that. And like Skull Kid, like I said, I even thought Girahim would be added back in like the Brawl or Smash 4 days. I fully expected something like that for Girahim in Smash 4. But yeah, like if we get anything like that for Skull Kid, and I will say Midna, if you guys have heard the Midna remix, Midna's Sorrow, or I think it's Midna's Lament or something like that.
Midna's Lament, yeah.
Yeah, for this game, the remix, it's such a good remix. If you guys haven't heard it, definitely before you turn the game off, go check it out in the Zelda series of remixes because it's so good. I don't hear many people talk about it. But so Flippant Foe, I'm just gonna rapid fire a couple. Flippant Foe says, I would love to see Nintendo finally get added to the get the love and respect he deserves as a playable fighter in Smash Bros. 6. I've wanted the psychic asthmatic slugger in Smash since the late Brawl, early Smash 4 days. Which, I mean, we got Lucas and Ness, so yeah, that would be pretty cool. I'm not really super knowledgeable in the Mother series outside of Earthbound, though, myself.
I played all of them. First one's pretty good.
How is 3 with the translation? How does that work? Is it pretty much the same?
It's I mean it's good, but I don't speak Japanese, so I can't compare it to the original script, obviously.
Right. And I do want to say the next answer, Shadow Kinsuni. I'm not familiar with this character. I want to say it's a Way Forward character, but maybe one of you guys knows. You can check the stream. You can see the character image they put up there, but I'm not familiar 100% with who it actually is, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I need to fast forward.
But
Oh,
Poyo.
oh man.
Poyo.
Poyo,
is that
Poyo?
what it is?
Yeah. Poyo.
Oh, okay.
It,
See, I wasn't sure about that one. I was like, huh.
Interesting little fact. Gonna go into nerd mode really quick. Lots of people know her from Poyo, but I think she started in like very obscure RPG. But yeah, she's a Sega one, so.
Oh, gotcha. That makes sense. That's thusly Jay knows exactly.
Yeah. now it's all
right.
together now. Yeah.
And then continuing the answers, Disco Ouija, and they just put image prompt here, and it was just, honestly, they're all Fortnite lobbies. So you got Master Chief, they're all doing emotes. You got like Master Chief, you got like Ezio.
Oh man,
the Assassin's Creed
I
series.
tried.
And then Leon. Hey, you were close.
Yep.
But then Leon from Resident Evil as well there. So like they just used a bunch of emoting Fortnite characters to make their point. They want all those Fortnite characters brought to Smash.
Awesome.
And then you want to go ahead and go over Zoro's answer there, Drew?
Yeah, Zoro Arc, Shadow, and Tails. I don't know who Shora Arc is. Does anyone know who Zoro Arc is?
I think
That's some
from
Pokemon.
Oh, that's a Pokemon.
Yeah. I'm gonna say from a newer Pokemon.
Let me look.
One that I'm not very familiar with either.
Oh yeah,
But
that's
then,
from
Shadow and Tails.
It's a Pokemon. Yep.
Pokemon.
And honestly, I think Shadow would fit perfectly as like just kind of like a Dark Samus alternative character there.
It looks like Miguel has bowed out, at least for now. It is the reign of domination has taken a pause for now. And Jay of the Trees mentions here new characters. Obviously, I would feel weird if they cut characters since Smash Ultimate felt so complete. But I know there are a lot of rights tied up in that. I would like to see Break the Targets come back. I would like trophies back. I think trophies would be trophies would just be cool to see come back again there. But yeah, obviously, rights. It's kind of hard to guarantee like every single character coming back because there's just so many rights from so many different parties involved with Smash Ultimate that it feels almost impossible to replicate it all again. With maybe the best option for that reason being Smash Ultimate Deluxe. Just kind of keep what's in place, and then you can more easily bring it over. And Ammon mentions here, Ammon, a terrible JRPG fan, I don't know how they could top Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for me. The fact that every character in series history is here, plus Sephiroth and Sora for crying out loud is just incredible. It doesn't necessarily have to top it, in my opinion, but I'll admit I would miss having all these characters we have. Plush King mentions Zoro Arc is a Pokemon from Gen 5. He's one of the Pokemon in the he's one of the Pokemon in the Pokeballs in the game. Okay, and also Ammon also, he continues here, says maybe, as others suggested, a deluxe version of Ultimate with all DLC included in one package would be possible, or at the very least they could go a different route. Switch 2 will be backwards compatible, so Ultimate would still be playable alongside anything now. They literally could just update Smash Ultimate as it is right now, so that definitely is possible. And Jay or Christy, do you want to add anything to those?
Not really. No, sorry.
Okay.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Cool. That's it.
Yeah. Yoshi Reverse says I could go two ways: an Ultimate Deluxe, basically Ultimate with a couple new characters, and a revamped single-player mode, or a complete reboot massively cutting the roster back down and focusing on competitive play as a feature, and overhauling long-term character movesets. That's something I briefly mentioned earlier, but yeah, that could be an interesting idea where they kind of like, in a sense, kind of do a fundamental overhaul of what we think of Smash and the moveset and such. And that itself could be really cool, but also could be quite divisive as well. T-Trum over on Blue Sky. T-Trum is awesome guy. Definitely follow him over on his Twitter. Over on his Blue Sky over there, I should say. Mentions that if they simply go the route of Smash Ultimate Deluxe and keep all the content, but sprinkle in a few new characters, stages, and over time, I think I'd be solid. Like the Mario Kart Booster Course Pass. No need to build a whole new game from the ground up. Please go easy on Sakurai, lol.
Hey, I want to say, GG Josh, we both did an SD, and we both ended strong there, dude. That was great. I used to main Zero Suit, but that was great, man. And yeah, that was a good answer right there, too. T-Trom, actually, I don't know how active he is still on YouTube, but he's got some good stuff, like some pretty funny playthroughs and content on his channel there.
Oh yeah, he does. He hasn't been like super active on YouTube for a while, but yeah, I loved his content when he was like uploading and such there. But like, it was good stuff. Do you want to go over Jaleptica's answer there on Blue Sky?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to catch up here really quickly.
Oh, by the way, we got an answer to Gen 5 Pokemon. Plush King just answered.
Was that
the one?
Yeah, that was in the chat. I think Drew read that. I think.
Oh, he did.
Mhm.
Oopsies.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Is that black and white then? I imagine it's black and white. And sorry, give me a second here. Just, I think you guys went ahead and started another round. I want to change my character, not stick to story here. And okay, so what answer was next, Drew?
From Jaleptica's.
Alrighty, so Glyptica says, surprised we don't have an actual Bowser's Castle stage yet, which they actually got into a big, really cool conversation. There's a few really cool conversations on Blue Sky. Just love the vibe of the community on Blue Sky. But I'm surprised we don't have an actual Bowser's Castle stage yet. It's such a common archetype in various Mario spin-off games, like Kart, Sports, and even Party, if you want to be liberal about it. But nothing like this exists in Smash, which, yeah, that's
actually a really, really good point there. That we don't yet have Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, and like, I mean, heck, I feel like most every character has representation, but yeah, I'm kind of surprised when I thought about it. I'm like, I guess there is no Bowser's Castle of any sort. But going up to the next answer there, Rare Foxane. So Rare Foxane on Blue Sky, she said, and also check out her YouTube channel. She's got a really cool series. And really big fan of like Rare, Nintendo, especially Mario RPG and like what is it, Mario and Luigi games. I would like a better story mode with more story and interaction between the characters from different universes. For example, Mario and Captain Falcon arguing who has the best machines.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, it could be really cool. And I will say, I do agree. That's one of those things we talked about. I really love that the character interactions in Subspace. It makes for a lot of really cool multiverse sort of interactions there. And also, she says for new characters, I don't know, maybe Conquer or New Kong. And yeah, that would be really cool there.
That would be
guys. I gotta hop out now. But good chatting with y'all. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, Chris. And we'll probably just be wrapping up here pretty soon. And so yeah, thanks for joining here. And actually, I believe you guys are friends with Joey here for the next answer.
Joey, yes, I am well acquainted with Joey.
But yeah, appreciate you guys coming by and like especially being guests, and we'll be in touch, man.
Yeah, thanks. Just let me know if you ever want me back on. Hopefully, I can maybe fix my technical difficulties at some point. Goodbye.
Yep,
good to have you here. Thanks for coming.
Bye.
But yeah, I'll go quickly over Joey's answer. I would mostly like Ultimate, but expanded upon. New characters, break the targets for every single character, which is perfectly, I totally agree. I would love the addition of Y and shield attacks for every character. What was that, Drew?
I almost made it back, but like not quite. Noah's random
said,
stuff
in terms of
mentioned. Noah's random stuff mentioned says hello. Monkey Dude says howdy. Join in as Farty number 2. All right, let's see if we can get in some quick matches here.
Yeah, we'll just be.
I'm going to go ahead and back out.
Guys.
We're kind of at the tail end, so I'm going to go ahead and back out and maybe spectate for this last little bit here.
Sounds good. We had a few people. Seems like everyone here is people from the chat. This Miguel guy is the only one that's not watching the stream, but he's really good. He's a really good try-hard Smash player. But yeah, in terms of newcomers, to wrap up Joey's answer, he said, I would be a big fan of Adole from Wise and Bandana Waddle Dee from Kirby. And I don't know Adole from Wise, or whatever that is. I don't know if you're familiar, Jay.
Let's see. I need to refresh screen.
Adole from Wise. Not sure.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that either.
But we'll go with Ishtar's answer here. Unless I don't think it's a game I know, Jay. I don't know. I don't know.
Accent. Okay, that's like some RPG thing because I've seen them talk about it here and there. So I don't know about it, but I've seen them talk about it. It's like your Japanese RPG thing. I'm terribly. I know nothing about it.
No, that's what sums it up. I mean, Joey's a huge, especially JRPG, but a big RPG guy and big Sonic guy as well. It's like Xenoblade and such. But that checks out. But and then Ishtar gave us a couple answers. Ishtar Byrne here says, I want to see Dante make an appearance. He really deserves it. Which I asked from Devil May Cry. Which yes, definitely would be cool. Definitely would be a cool character. And Ventus here from Blue Sky says, Ultimate as a big crossover series feels boring. This is a hot take, guys. I'll be honest with you. This is the only one I liked that I was like, I don't know if I agree with it totally, but Ultimate as a big crossover series feels boring now. So I'd love them to strip back and try going for that simple Nintendo crossover appeal, introducing mainly characters from Nintendo properties and even more obscure ones, which I guess I could agree with his last point. That could allow for better story mode with less limitations. But I think with the development time, I don't think there's much of a need to cut characters.
Hey, Jay,
I don't really know what he means
okay.
by... Go ahead.
Oh, never mind.
What?
Yeah, I wanted to give just Monkey Dude a chance to do one match, but I think we could do it maybe at least 2 more, and then we got to get this wrapped up.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get out after this. So,
okay.
Sounds good.
I know is waiting as well.
We'll give Peter Griffin a chance to take on Miguel.
Okay.
Yes, for sure. Sorry, you were going over for Ventus. Like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, like, it's like there was before like a big debate about whether like Mario Kart should be Nintendo Kart, and this is a similar kind of debate. Like, do we want to bring Smash Brothers back to mainly Nintendo stuff and like take out more like the third-party stuff that we've generally seen in the years that we've seen?
All I'm gonna say is no Nintendo Kart. Give us a Diddy Kong Racing spiritual successor.
Yes.
Microsoft or Nintendo, do it. Come on.
Okay, now that Jay's brought that up, just to touch on that really quick. If they did do like an adventure story mode for Mario Kart and just kept it pretty similar to 8, I wouldn't mind that. But yeah, I can't really agree with his idea of going for that quote simple Nintendo crossover appeal, and like you said, focusing mostly on just Nintendo. Because to me, like Drew said, there's an argument for like Nintendo Kart versus Mario Kart, but I think that kind of goes backwards in terms of Smash Bros. I can't say I totally agree, but I get where he's coming from.
But like, Smash has become a celebration of gaming in general, and I think people just want to see that expanded more and more.
Exactly, and I think like Drew just said, like it's exactly what Sakurai is advocating. It's just a celebration of gaming as a culture in general. So yeah, I'd like to see them continue that personally. But go over Brandon Kong's answer really quickly. I think this is our last Blue Sky answer again, ending it with Brandon Kong. Great big DK fan, but I'd love to see a couple Sony characters, and Jay, you could probably agree with this, and I know I do. I'd love to see a couple more Sony characters getting added to the game, mainly the ones that define the PS2, so those ones being Sly Cooper, Yep, Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, and Jak and Daxter.
I am literally wearing a Sly t-shirt right now, so that is so fitting.
Oh man, PlayStation mascot character, more PlayStation mascot character representation. I mean, not just Crash, but like all the great PlayStation platforming characters. Those would all be great to see. Spyro and like all those folks.
Well, like side of platforming, like Sony has like this crazy catalog, which I could go on for days, but I know we're limited for time, so I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, no, yeah, for
Okay.
sure. But I mean, totally though, and I think like we're down to back to our Discord answers, our last of our Discord answers, which Drew did touch upon that before.
Yes.
We're kind of opening up our Discord. We're still in early stages, but if you guys want to join, we'll have links up and in our descriptions, and we might kind of further elaborate on socials there moving
Okay.
forward. But yeah, let us know if on socials or just join in the description there. And so for the last answer, if you have it up there, Drew, I'll go ahead and go over
Yes.
Super Abachi's answer.
Go ahead.
If you want to.
Yeah, I can go.
So final answer.
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Drew.
No,
Go ahead.
I want to. If you have it up, yeah, go ahead. Go over it there.
All right. New characters Abachi wants. Super Abachi Bros says Rayman. Oh, this is a great one. We didn't. I glanced over this one. Shantae, Rayman, Shantae, Shovel Knight,
Yeah.
Bandana Waddle Dee, a new Zelda rep.
Out of all the indies, honestly, Shantae deserves it. When you consider her legacy with Nintendo, like it branches back from the GBC, Game Boy Color.
Right. I forgot they started that far back, dude. I literally was GBC, which was like the first Shantae game.
Yep. And then WayForward took over from Capcom, which is just crazy to think of that was originally a Capcom title.
Yeah,
If
Monkey Dude has a great Bowser already. I can tell here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think this might be Little Man, isn't it?
No. On the
I think it
Monkey Dude is 42 right here. But
Oh, God. Yeah, dude, this is a good Bowser. Oh, man, I think we have a chance
No.
to
Don't show-
Miguel is the fire champion here.
mm-hmm.
But,
Well,
Go ahead, Jay.
well, I guess since it seems like we have a bit of time to branch off on what I was going to get out of the Sony thing, no, even outside of platformers, like Sony could do something like really interesting. Like anything from Japan Studio could be really cool as a fighter. Like, what's that one, that Gravity Rush game character? She could be neat.
Oh, yeah, they could even do
Yeah.
technically Ape Escape as well.
True, and the funny thing is too, some of these characters already have movesets too, due to PlayStation All Stars Battle Royale. So
That's
So
true.
there we go.
Yeah, that's a good point.
yeah,
And I think, like, I agree with the other answers we've had, and then continuing this one too. That Microsoft's pretty friendly with Nintendo. Those two companies are awful working a lot, but Sony's branching out, having a lot of, or rather, at least allowing like Microsoft to come over their platform. I know they've worked with Nintendo and are continuing to more. Like I know they're helping with the Zelda movie. I feel like there's definitely a chance, and I would love to see more Sony representation for sure.
you know
but-
what? We get Adam Sandler's from Pixels in this game.
Oh gosh.
I will say, just to continue with the answer, they did say, I'm not sure, I'm familiar with this. They said a new Zelda rep, of course, but Oachi? Oachi? Not
Ochi.
familiar with Oachi?
Ochi from Pikmin
Ochi.
4, the dog.
Oh, see, I haven't played Pikmin 4. Interesting. Cool. That's a great one. At
Yeah.
least an assist trophy, if nothing else. But and then Funky Kong, which, yeah, I'm open for Kong. That's for sure. Funky could be really cool. And he'd be like maybe like a a character similar to like again like Sonic Shadow or Dark Samus, normal Samus. He said reboot the roster. So there will
Oh
be more
man,
of a
so
benefit
close.
to returning characters.
That was a good one.
It was so close.
You
And, like,
did a
he
really
did
good
have-
effort there, Monkey Dude. You really good effort.
Yeah, Monkey Dude, you're honestly you got in like the similar position we're in. I wish you just thrown him. That was an excellent Bowser, man. That was great.
That was great.
But
We want to try to finish up
so
this
he says,
answer and probably have
reboot
this
the
as
roster.
the absolute last match, and then we got to close this out.
Sounds good. Yeah. So we'll let Noah and Miguel, and then that'll be it.
Yep.
And Miguel, if you do hear this, you're the only one that's fighting, not in the stream. You have slayed us today. You're a little sweaty, but I appreciate you showing up. Thank you. But geez Louise, brought the challenge today, let me tell you. Had a professional regular Smash player. But yeah, to finish Abachi's answer, he kind of echoed what a lot of us said, to reboot the roster. So there could be more of a balance of returning new characters. I half agree. I still like the idea of just adding more and more characters, but I could understand rebalancing. That'd be a good attempt, I think, to make the game feel a little fresher. Story mode, one that's closer to what we had with Brawl Subspace. Totally agree. The return of trophies, break the targets, board the platforms. I think that's probably our most common answer for returning content. More rare-themed representation for costumes, trophies, spirits, etc., including Killer Instinct, Conquer, and Banjo-Kazooie songs, which, yeah. I mean, there was a Killer Instinct in 2014. I think it was 2014. And great music. Mick Gordon, who's currently doing the Doom series, just an excellent technical and metal composer. And yeah, that would be great. And then he ends his answer by saying, with indie content, he would hope for at least Spirits and Me costumes, etc. Pizza Tower, Ukulele, Shantae, and Anton Black. Which, yeah, great answer there.
Yeah, definitely all great answers here. We look Noah, I guess, is turning out a really good, solid Sonic. He just has to get his first KO here, but yeah, this has overall just been a great time with some great matches, especially on Miguel's part, just like really just trouncing all of us. But overall, just a lot of great matches in this fight, and so many. We had almost 70 responses, very close to 70 responses. We were very grateful for the response, for the community, for this question. We know we posted that originally a few months ago, but we're just grateful that a lot of you just tuned in and answered over on Blue Sky as well. Stay tuned as well just for our future Kooky content. We will also be making the Discord link public as soon as we're able to there, as soon as we get a few things more set up. But Sam, did you have any closing thoughts on our stream here today?
No, not much. Pretty much what Drew said. We're definitely opening up the Discord a little bit. We have a few people in there already. If you guys would like to join, stay up to date on Kooky content. Maybe have a few other special gaming sessions and questions, etc. But yeah, kind of excited for this new year. Not to speak too much, and certain things one of them we can't actually talk about at all yet. But we have some cool stuff coming this year. So stay tuned, guys.
And with that, we're going to be closing up the arena and just having a few final thoughts on this. Maybe just the general. I'm trying to back out. I'm trying to close it up. It's not letting me.
Yeah, we kind of reached just perfectly around the time duration we were looking for. So,
all right.
Seriously, those who joined, appreciate those who joined, and thanks for joining the chat, guys. Plush King, Super Josh, Chris, of course, and our guests Chris Bottger and Jay. Thank you guys so much for joining. Good friends of ours, and we love having good friends on, man.
We really do. This was a great time, great matches, a great discussion. And yeah, again, for Chris and Jay, we do have there are links in the description of the video. And also, if you're watching this, be sure to go ahead, drop a like in the stream, subscribe to the channel. It will, of course, remain here on YouTube to watch afterwards. So enjoy it, watch it later if you need to, share it and all that. And Jay, again, thanks for joining us here today, and I hope you all have an excellent and amazing day. Bye, everyone.
I did all that.
See you guys.
All right. See you there.